All right. Hello, guys. How are you doing today? Welcome back to the Brazilian Gardener. And today I'm in a little bit of a different scenario. I'm not in my garden, as you can see. And today I'm here to show you a little bit about my new linguistic endeavor, right? I'm trying to learn German, which is a very beautiful language. And I would like to show you a little bit about, to review a little bit about to you how some polyglots start learning their languages, right? The first thing you gotta know is that, well, first of all, I'm gonna, present to you the materials, right? We have here some, pens and pencils, colorful pencils, right? And we have, text material right here. We have two, right? I'm gonna, dive a little bit in each of them, right? I'm not gonna delve way too further because this can be, topic for another video. But here we go. Also, a cell phone, right, which is the one I'm using to record this video, and you can also use a computer, right? But only with your phone you can get started in the language learning process. All right. So a notebook to jot things down, and also to write maybe some questions you may have. Maybe you can make a list of words for learning, right? And by the way, pay attention right here because I have something very important. All right, guys, sorry for the inconvenience. My phone just showed me some notification that I have to update it, but I don't want to update it now. So back to what I was saying, right? I was saying that I would ask you to pay attention right here because this is very important. I told you about making a list of words that you want to learn, but I do not recommend trying to learn words in a list because this is not efficient, right? This is not beneficial to you because, and this is also what polyglots do. They do not learn words, isolated words in lists. What they do is this, right? They put, a word, for example, or two or three words in a sentence. However, of course, what I would recommend is at least 2 words per sentence. But as you can see in this text right here, we're going to dive into a little bit later. In the beginning, we're going to find a lot of words that we do not know the meaning of, right? So we're going to have to basically try to look up every word to basically get an idea of what we are reading, right? But yeah, so these are the overview of the materials, right? Pens and pencils, text, and a phone or a computer, and a notebook. All right, let's get this to the side a little bit. Well, first of all, I'm going to tell you something very important first. If you are already familiar with language learning, you already know that, right? What I'm going to say in advance. What I'm going to say next, actually, sorry. But if you're not familiar yet with language learning, this is very important, and I would like you to pay a lot of attention here, So what I want to talk about is how we learn languages, biologically. Our brains were made to learn language, but the thing is, we need to have a lot of exposure to the language, right? We gotta listen to the language a lot, and we gotta accumulate throughout time a whole lot of vocabulary, because the vocabulary is paramount. You gotta build up your linguistic castle, right? From which you're going to get the words to understand a text, to understand a video, and also to communicate effectively with other people, right? So basically, we have some means of learning, of acquiring vocabulary, right? And Steve Kaufman, right, renowned polyglot, talks a lot about that we have to read a lot and listen a lot. But, today, with the advance of technology, it is a lot easier than it was in the past. So, for example, I'm going to tell you what I did with German here, right? Ideally, one should grab a text with audio, right? But in the absence of that, you can use another resource. I have, for example, here a note for you, because a text with audio will teach you the pronunciation of the words. But if you do not have an audio for the text you grabbed, you're going to use this resource here, right? Fervo. Basically, you can insert a word into this platform online, and it will pronounce you the word, properly. So you can learn the pronunciation to any word in any language in this website right here, Fervo. All right. So this is very important too. But back here, today with the advance of technology, it's a lot easier than in the past. So what I did here is I went to ChatGPT, right? And I asked it to, to come up with some, texts for me. So I have here the Verloren Herzen, the Lost Hearts. I have here also the Sonnenuntergang, the Liebe, the Sunset of Love. I have here also the Buschlandlung, the Traum. I do not know if I'm pronouncing it correctly because I'm just beginning with German language learning. And the Bookstore of Dreams. And also the last one here, the Reise der Liebe, the Journey of Love. So what I did is, for each word I do not know, I, highlighted the word. I circled it first of all with a pen, and then I painted it with green color. And then what I do is I write the word in the target language here, and I put the translation to the side. And this is basically the way I start learning languages, right? I will grab basically a text. I will read through this text several times, maybe a week or so, and then I will start another text, right? And like I said previously, ideally, you will have a text and an audio corresponding to that very text. But if you do not have the audio, you can still learn, of course. But you're gonna have to complement the text with some videos on YouTube, right? What I recommend is, getting, for example, your target language, putting on YouTube in your mother language and typing it. For example, I'm recording this video in English, so I'm gonna talk to you in English. So for example, what you can do is you go to YouTube and you type on the search, mini stories in German, and you're gonna get probably some, short videos with some stories or whatever, right? I recommend using stories to begin with. And there's also, I mentioned Steve Kaufman, right? A renowned polyglot who talks about reading and listening. He has a platform called Link, and in his platform, you can find a lot of, texts and audios for a variety of languages. So me myself, I actually use Link to learn stories in German for the audio part, right, and also the reading part. So this is basically what I wanted to talk today about, right? It's a new endeavor in my life, right, to learn German. It is so far, by what I've realized, it's a very difficult language, and I'm struggling a little bit with that, but hopefully I will learn it. And my goal is to get you across my journey, showing you tips, perhaps resources that I use, right, as well. And yeah, just maybe motivating you guys to continue learning language. So if you like this video, if you like the idea of this, right, not only am I a gardener, I have my garden here in Brazil, but I'm also a polyglot, and I love learning languages. So the goal is to motivate you, to give you some tips and resources. And if you like this video, if you find it helpful in any way, please, consider subscribing to the channel, and pressing the like button, and leave me a comment, right, telling me what I can improve. Because as you can see, I'm new in YouTube. I do not have a lot of a way with the camera and to record and everything. So just tell me where I can improve, and if you got also tips for language learning, tell me in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching up to this point, and have a very great day. And I'll see you in the next video. See you guys.